It is a tremendous Thursday, and today we're going to talk about part 2 of pillar number 7, which is build a culture, and we're going to talk about filling their buckets. Yesterday, we learned that culture is a predetermined set of values stating the way that we agree to treat each other. And one of the ways to build culture is by setting high standards. That's what we talked about yesterday. But today we're going to talk about filling their buckets. My first business partner, Jerry Brown, introduced me to another way of building culture using gratitude, and she called it filling their buckets. Jerry told me that when you pay a compliment or you give someone recognition, you are filling their bucket. And when you criticize or judge them, you're emptying their bucket. And people are healthier and more vital when their bucket is full. So I determined to make that cultural building idea work in all of my companies. And I remember very clearly the many ways that I brought this concept to Keller Williams to build culture among our staff, in our real estate offices, and we even used it throughout the regions. And I did it by teaching our people to fill buckets at every meeting and every event. However, each year I have the honor of filling the buckets of a special and precious group of people, our international convention, which is held in a different city each year. And our group fills a convention center for almost 1 week, and we close the event with a session that we call the Inspirational Breakfast. And this is a seated session with food service for no less than 8,000 people. And let me tell you, 8,000 people require a lot of wait staff to serve them. And I've created a tradition that precedes this event. I arrive an hour early. I gather the 100 or more servers around the floor at the foot of the big stage, and then I extend our Keller Williams culture to them, and I fill their buckets by telling them how beautiful they look in their uniforms. I tell them how well they have served us all week long and how important they are to the success of the session that day, the Inspirational Breakfast. I tell them how much we appreciate and love them for their hard work and their kindness to our company. And then I ask their permission to say a prayer with them. And guess what? They always say yes. And I ask our Heavenly Father to bestow a special blessing on each one of them. And finally, I introduce the guest vocalist or performer or group performers of the program to sing a special song just for them. And the song will tell them how I feel about them deep in my heart. And it's always the same song entitled, "You Are So Beautiful." And here are the lyrics. You are so beautiful to me. You are so beautiful to me. Can't you see? You're everything I hoped for. You're everything we need. You are so beautiful to me. And the response I get to this very special bucket filling never ceases to amaze me. Their shoulders lift with pride. The corners of their mouths curve toward heaven with smiles, and light beams from their faces, and some of them shed tears because they don't often receive praise and appreciation from the ones they serve. You know, every year, the service at that inspirational breakfast, no matter which city we're visiting, is beyond outstanding. We couldn't have the event without these precious people. They don't understand how important they are to the event and how important their service is. So how do you build this culture, especially in your own family, whose bucket you will fill today? If there is a pillar that supports your personal belief system, here are some ideas to consider. Become a filler of buckets. Recognize, encourage, and give appreciation to your family, to your friends, to others. Do it every day, everywhere. It is even more important to show gratitude in a world that is increasingly self-promoting and full of entitlement. Do it at the coffee shop. Do it at the donut shop. Do it at the filling station. I'm so excited to hear your stories about building culture and filling buckets. So be sure to go online and share. You'll enjoy Sherry tomorrow. Thanks for being here. Bye.